Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Couple of scriptures I wanted to go over real quick, dealing with the intermarriage of the tribes. This is going to stem from a couple of comments that I seen on a video, and I saw a couple of comments from Latino only, Northern Kingdom only Israelites who deny that our Lord is in fact a man of color or a so-called black man, and they say that the elders and the apostles and the so-called blacks that are of One West camps are off, and that they're really Canaanites. Okay, so I wanted to go in this to kind of dispel that. Okay, so I'm gonna start at Genesis 41 and 45. Okay, this is Genesis 41 and 45. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zapnath-Paneah, and he gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Potiphera, priest of On. And Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt. Okay, priest of On. I'm going to go into this word real quick, On. Priest of On. 1. Strength and vigor, city in Lower Egypt, bordering the land of Goshen, center of sun worship. Okay, so Pharaoh gave Joseph a wife, right? And out of that union, I believe, and it came to pass after these things, Genesis 48 and 1, came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick, and he took him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. So Manasseh and Ephraim were born of an Egyptian woman, right? Okay, so there's one where if all the tribes were only of a so-called native or Latino origin, this would have changed that phenotype, don't you think? If they would have mixed with the Egyptians, because the Egyptians were in fact Hamites, right? And so I want to go from there to Exodus 6 and 15. And the sons of Simeon. Okay, these are the sons of Simeon: Jemuel and Jamin and Ohad and Jachin and Zohar and Shaul, the son of a Canaanitish woman. These are the families of Simeon, right? So Simeon, the son of a Canaanitish woman. Now you got to remember that these are the beginnings of these tribes. These are during the Exodus. And so from the gate, Simeon had all of these sons with the Canaanitish woman, or Shaul was the son of a Canaanitish woman, right? So Shaul was the son of a Canaanitish woman, right? So from there, let's go to Numbers 26 and 13. Of Zerah, the family of the Zarites. Of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. This is the number, the book of Numbers. They're being numbered amongst the families of Israel, right? The Shaulites are a clan being numbered amongst the families of Israel. So there's another one. You know what I mean? And so let's go from there. I'm just going to run through these real quick. First Chronicles 7 and 14. Okay. The sons of Manasseh, Israel, whom she bare, but his concubine the Aramites bare Machir and the father of Gilead. Okay. So even though I don't think let's go and see the Aramites. What does it say about the Aramites? Arami, Syrian or Aram, thing, a person, Assyria. So there's another change in phenotype that could have taken place, more than likely did take place. And these are why you're going to have the light skin to the brown skin to the dark skin, because you're mixing with Canaanites and Assyrians and all of these different people, right? And so it makes sense why the Most High said that his heritage is unto him as a speckled bird, right? Because you can't just tell by looking at them that they're one race or the other, because they range in color and phenotype and all kinds of things, right? And so let's go from there to Genesis 38. And Judah, this is Genesis 38 and 2. And Judah saw there was a daughter of certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua. And he took her and went in unto her, and she conceived and bare a son, and called his name And she conceived again and bare a son, and called his name Onan. And she conceived, yet again conceived, and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was at Shinan when she bare him. And Judah took a wife for his firstborn, and his name was Tamar. Okay. And so I'm going to go from there. I'm going to come back to this real quick, okay? I'm going to go to First Chronicles 2 and 3. The sons of Judah, and Onan. First Chronicles 2 and 3. The sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, which three were born unto him of the daughter of Shua the Canaanitess. And so, of the tribe of Judah, 3 of these sons were born to him of Shua the Canaanitess, right? Who would have been a Hamite, right? And so, if you were to say that we all came from a Latino or native only phenotype or people, right here, the sons of Judah have mixed in a different phenotype with the Canaanites. You know what I'm saying? And so all of that noise about these people are not our people, all of that, you can throw that shit out the window, because Shelah had many descendants, right? Okay, so let's go from there to here. The sons of Shelah, First Chronicles 4 and 21. The sons of Shelah, the son of Judah, were the father of Lekah, Eladah, the father of Marashah, and the families of the house of them that wrought fine linen, and of the house of Ashbea, and Joachim, and the men of Jozeba, and Joash, and Seraph, and of the dominion in Moab, and Jeshubelehem. And these are ancient things. These were the potters and those that dwelt among the plants and hedges, and they dwelt with the king for his work. Right? So let's go from there to Numbers 26 and 20. And the sons of Judah after their families were Shelah, the family of the Shelanites, of Pharez, the family of the Perizzites, and Zerah, the family of the Zerahites. Okay? And it says that he had married, or he had slept with his daughter-in-law, Tamar, right? We don't know which who Tamar was. It doesn't say in the process of time, Genesis 38 and 12. It doesn't say, I don't think, where Tamar was from. And in the process of time, the daughter of Shua, Judah's wife, died. The daughter of Shua, Judah's wife died. And Judah was comforted and went up to his sheep shearers to Timnah, and he and his friend Hira and Adullamite. The Adullamite. Let's see who the Adullamite is. Adullamite. Inhabitant of Adullam. Okay. So it doesn't really give it, but he told it was Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnah to shear his sheep. She put her widow's garments off from off her, covered, veil, wrapped. But the point of this is that it clearly shows that Judah, even though he laid with Tamar, he didn't set out to lay with Tamar. He set out to lay with the woman of another tribe, right? Or of another nation, more than likely. And so now, that's just those ones. I got a couple more. To share with you. So this is Exodus 2 and 16. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs of water of their father's flock. And the shepherds came and drove them away. But Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said, How is it that ye are come so soon today? And they said, An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us, and watered the flock. And he said unto his daughters, And where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. So clearly, Moses, the man who brought us out of Egypt, married a Midianite named Zipporah, right? Okay, so in Exodus 4 and 1, and Moses answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Lord Yahweh have not appeared unto thee. Okay, hold on. That's not what I wanted. I wanted down here. Exodus 4 and 24. And it came to pass by the way in the end that the Lord Yahweh met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, Surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So the point is that Moses married Zipporah, who was a Midianite, right? Just to show, let's go back to that. 2 and 16. A priest of Midian. No. Let's go to there. See, of Midian. Son of Abraham by Keturah, and progenitor of the tribe of the Midianites, or Arabians. And so, these are not Israelites. You know what I'm saying? He is a son of Abraham by Keturah, progenitor of the tribe of the Midianites, a tribe descended from Midian, territory of the tribe of Midian. Okay? And so, Let's go from there to Numbers. The Midianite. There's another Arabian influence into that gene pool. Just to help to dispel this belief that these people have, so that you don't let that demon come upon you, because that's very, very heavy demon to shake, it seems like, because I when I first started watching these brothers before a couple of years back, the main dude who I was watching, I think he's called the Mexicans or Hebrew Israelites. He was following the One West doctrine, but now he's pretty much a Latino only, and the people around him, the people who are on his comment board, I've gone into their pages, and a lot of them seem like bug outs. You know what I mean? And I think that they got his head gassed up a little bit. And so I'm going to go here in Numbers 12:1. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. So not only did Moses marry an Ethiopian woman, but he had married, or a Midianite, but he had married an Ethiopian woman, right? So let's go from there to First Chronicles 23:14. God damn it. Okay. Now concerning Moses, the man of the Most High, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. Of the sons of Gershom, Shebel was the chief. Okay. So I heard this guy, Mexicans are Hebrew Israelites, saying that the Mexicans are Judites and all of this, but so this right here is telling you that the tribe of Levi, sons were named of the tribe of Levi. Now concerning Moses, the man of God, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. So the Levites, to begin with, right, would have had a different phenotype than just a native because of their mother. Okay, she wasn't an Israelite; she was an Ethiopian, and so they would have carried some sort of her genes to change it. And if you add dark into dark, what do you get? Usually, you get darker. You know what I mean? The dominant gene would be like so you have what they call Blaxicans nowadays, right? And most Blaxicans have dark brown skin, not quite like Negroid, but real dark native with curly hair. And that's probably what you would have had here, right? And so I want to go now to Ruth. Okay, Ruth 1:4. And they took them wives of the women of Moab, and the name of one was Oprah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years, right? Ruth. Okay, so Ruth was a Moabitess. Now these are the generations of Pharez, right? Let me see. And the women, her neighbors gave it a name, saying, "There is a son born to Naomi, and they call his name Obed, and is the father of Jesse, the father of David." Now these are the generations of Pharez. Pharez begot Hezron, right? And so David comes from the line of Jesse. Jesse comes from Obed, right? And it said back here, and it came to pass on the morrow that the people chose early. Okay. Oh, my bad. But so that's the line of David, comes through Ruth, right? A Moabitess. So there's another change in phenotype, or an addition. I won't say change, but an addition that could possibly go into it. And Salmon begat Booz of Rahab, and Booz begat Obed of Ruth, and Obed begat. Okay, so Booz begot Obed of Ruth. So Boaz begot Obed from Ruth. Ruth was the baby's mom to Obed, right? And Obed was of Boaz. Boaz of Salmon begot Boaz of Rahab, right? Who is Rahab? Rahab, a harlot of Jericho, right? So it says a harlot of Jericho. So who, the harlot of Jericho? So wasn't that a Canaanite, right? So there's another change in that line. So I'm not going to dwell on none of these too long. First Chronicles 4:17. And the sons of Ezra were Jether and Mered and Epher and Jalon, and she bare Miriam and Shammai and Ishba, and the father of Ishmoah. And his wife Jehudijah bare Jared, the father of Gedor, and Heber, the father of Soko, and Juktiel, the father of Zanoah. And these are the sons of Bithia, the daughter of Pharaoh, which Mered took. So all of these people here, the sons of Ezra were, and bare Jared and her father Soko, are the sons of Bithia, the daughter of Pharaoh. Mered took the daughter of Pharaoh and had these people. So there's more admixture with Egyptians, right? 2 Samuel. Let's go to 5:3. Okay. Wait. Okay. 2 Samuel 5:13. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem after he was come from Hebron, and there were yet sons and daughters born to David. Okay, so David had a bunch of sons from concubines. Now, we don't know who they were, but I'm sure that you could throw that statement out because it can't be proven, right? And so let's go to Kings. 1 Kings 3:1. God damn it. 1 Kings 3. And Solomon made affinity with the Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter, and brought her into the city of David, until he had made an end of building his own house, and the house of the Lord Yahweh, and the wall of Jerusalem. Okay, and Solomon loved Yahweh, walking in the statutes, only sacrificed burnt offerings. But you see here, he had an affinity with Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and took Pharaoh's daughter, and brought her into the city of David. Now, what did he bring her there for? He didn't bring her there just to hang out, right? But King Solomon loved many strange women. 1 Kings 11 and 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord had said unto the children of Israel, You shall not go into them, neither shall they come unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and I'm sure that he had many offspring from them. But his offspring would have been considered of the house of David, right? And so all of these different people, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, Hittites, that's Canaanites, that's white people, that's Chinese and Japanese. All of these people would have had kids with a so-called black man, because by now Solomon had come from the lineage of a Canaanite, right? And so you can see the admixture. You can't say that the African Americans in this country who were brought here in slavery and fit these curses, that they are not of the children of Israel. Because all of these other nations that you say that they came from, they have their history. They have not forgotten their history. They have not lost their heritage. They still have it. These people don't, right? And so let's go from there to Ezra 9. Now, when these things were done, the prince came to me, saying, The people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. So it's clear during the time of Ezra that he was sick of seeing this shit. That all of these nations, including the nations that the Lord said not to mix with, that these people, Latino only Israelites, are claiming that our people who are of the One West doctrine, that they're Canaanites, right? But of course, they would have some of that blood going through them from the mother's side. They're still Israelites. Okay? And then over here, you see that all these had taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children. It doesn't say the women had taken husbands. All of these had taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children. And so all of them children of these strange wives would have been counted amongst the children of Israel, because they could count their fathers who they were by their polls, by their tribe, by their clan, right? So let's go from there to Nehemiah 10. And I'm going to go down here to verse 28. Okay. And the rest of the people, this is Nehemiah 10 and 28, and the rest of the people, the priests, the Levites, the porters, the singers, the Nethinims, and all they that had separated themselves from the people on the lands unto the law of the Most High, their wives, their sons, their daughters, everyone having knowledge and having understanding, they clave to their brethren, their nobles, and entered into a curse and into an oath to walk in God's law, which was given by Moses, the servant of God, and to observe and do all the commandments of the Lord and his judgments and his statutes. Okay? So all of these people that had separated themselves from the people of the lands unto the law, so they made themselves holy into a covenant, right? Their wives, their sons, their daughters, everyone having knowledge and having understanding. So everybody that had the Spirit, they all clave to their brethren, their nobles, and entered into a curse and into an oath to walk in the Most High's law, which was given by Moses. So they entered into the covenant, right? The servant of the Most High, to observe and do all the commandments of Yahweh, our Lord, and his judgments and his statutes. And that we would not give our daughters unto the people of the land, nor take their daughters for our sons. And if the people of the land were any victuals of the Sabbath day to sell, it goes into all of that. But okay, so we read that. I'm almost done here. Couple more. Nehemiah 13:23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, and of Ammon, and of Moab. And so there's more admixture going on here. Jews that had married wives of Ashdod and of Moab, right? And so this would explain why you have still in the Holy Land people who claim to be Jews, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? That are still in that land, but they don't look like black people. They look like regular. Some of them even look like Mexicans, to tell you the truth. But they still know their heritage is because they have this admixture on their mother's side, and they stayed in that land, but they are in fact of the Southern Kingdom. And so for these guys to say that it's a native or Latino only Israelites, and that the tribe of Judah is in fact of not totally black people, so-called black people, they would be right, because Judah had Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, Ammon, and of Moab. This gives you three different peoples groups who could have admixed into what they were and changed their phenotype. And if these people were left in the land and they had been dispersed and went into Spain, say, they could have been those converso Jews or those crypto Jews or those, what do you call them? Ashfarat, or what do you call them? Sephardic. They could have been them Sephardic Jews, and some of them could have came along with the conquistadors, because they would have sold themselves into mercenary or whatever they did and came here and admixed with these people. So a lot of these people that our people say that came from Edomites when the Spanish came, not every one of those Spanish were in fact Edomites, because even in the time of the Romans, you had Israelites in the Roman army. So it would have been probably no different with the Spanish conquistadors, you know what I mean? And so from there, let's go to Malachi 2. Okay, so this will be my close after this, okay? Just wanted to run through this. Malachi 2:11, Judah hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord Yahweh, which he loved, and have married the daughter of a strange god. The Lord Yahweh will cut off the man that doeth this, and master and the scholar, and out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and in him that offereth the offering unto the Lord of hosts. And so let's read this again at the bottom. The Lord will cut off the man that doeth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And so this is why the Lord Yahweh will cut off the man that doeth this. So all of our men did this, the master and the scholar. So all of the masters and all of the scholars that were renowned for all of the building and all of these things that they did, the Lord cut them off. All of the beautiful things that our men had gone into South America, Central America, in Jerusalem, and wherever they were, all of the beautiful buildings that they had created, the Lord cut them off from that. All of the great astronomy, all of the mathematics that our people were into, they cut them off from that. Okay? Because of this mixing. Okay? And so, and also, so if they had mixed with these people and they had done it, Northern Kingdom specific here, I'm speaking about this. So if the Northern Kingdom had mixed with these people and they decided not to, and they went into a land where never mankind dwelt. Now, it doesn't say where never Israel dwelt. It just says mankind. Remember, there's 3 different types of men, classifications of men: the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. And so it doesn't say that the sons of God never dwelt in Arsareth. But that's just me speaking as a man. That's not doctrine, okay? I'm just a hypothetical here. And so if this had happened and they left and they went to where only they were at, wouldn't it stand to reason that eventually they would be mixing back into themselves, right? And so right here, this says inbred populations have less genetic diversity, yet this would not have produced any new genes, only changed the frequencies of the genes already there. And despite this starting point, it would not take much outbreeding to get the diversity back up. And so this would explain why, upon first contact, the majority of Native Americans, North, Central, and South America, had no facial hair, all pretty much the same phenotype. Nobody had too much curly hair anymore. You know what I mean? Because it was bred pretty much out of them. No new genes, which means the genetic diversity was gone. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought, you know. But I just wanted to go into this real quick so that to help dispel this phenotype thing: black only Israelite, native only Israelite, the one rest so-called Negroes are Canaanites. They're not our people. They're not the true tribe of Judah. That's a demon, and that's bullshit. And I'm doing this video to dispel that. And I'm going to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned the truth from. And I'm going to say Shalom.